Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I want to talk about conditional sentences type 1 and type 2. And this material based on my understanding in BBC Learning English Audio about conditional sentences. And before of that, I'm Hawa Innafiil Jannah from English Department 2020. Okay, let's go to the material. Conditional sentences type 1 is to talk about the possible future situation and their possible result. And I have a tip that you can take note, you can highlight. There is always has only one will, and it isn't in the if part. And the pattern of conditional sentences was divided into two parts, and the first part is describe a possible future situation with the pattern or the formula is if plus present simple. This is the example. And then the second pattern or formula is describe the possible result. The pattern is will plus an infinitive. This is the example. And we should make these two sentences be one sentences. So conditional sentences type 1 is if I lose my umbrella, I will buy another one. It presents that in the first sentences is describe about possible future situation, and then in the next sentences is describe about the possible result that the writer or that person will buy another one if he or she lost their umbrella. And I have another example for you. First is, if I visit Mexico, I will stay with my friends. Second, they will go to beach if it is sunny. Third, if it does not rain, we will go to library. Fourth, I will give you a gift if you get best score in science. But what if we are not sure if the result part will actually happen? We can use might instead of will. And then if we sure that the future situation will happen, we can change if to when. Like, when I lose my umbrella, I will buy another one. Or the opposite of when we are not sure if the result part will actually happen, we can say that if I lose my umbrella, I might buy another one, like that. And then I have how to expressing advice in first conditional sentences. We can using modal verb should or shouldn't. For example, you shouldn't use the kettle if it isn't working properly. And then the next is conditional sentences type 2. The function is to talk impossible, unlikely, or imaginary situation and their results. And in this conditional sentences type 2, I also have a tip that the shortened form of would is duh. It can speak like I'd be here. I'd be here. I'd is the shortened form of I would be here, like that. And then the pattern of conditional sentences type 2 is to describe an unlikely or imaginary situation with the formula is if plus subject and past simple verb. This is the example. And then the second part is to describe a possible results of the unlikely or imaginary situation with the formula would or wouldn't plus an infinitive verb. This is the example. And as you see before, we also make these two sentences being one sentences. So if England won the World Cup, Catherine would be so happy. It means that it presents that we 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 can imagine a situation that we also describe the possible result of our imaginary situation in the next sentences. And this is the other example. If first is, if I were you, I'd take a holiday. Second, if Ellie had more money, she'd get a better phone. Third, if I knew the answer, I'd tell you. Fourth, if you forgot your wife's birthday, what would she do? Ah, and then I also have how to expressing advice in second conditional sentences. We can starting with the words if I were you and blah blah blah. Many native speakers say if I were you, not if I wish you. For example, if I were you, I'd go somewhere nice and hot with palm trees and sandy beaches. And last, we have conclusion. First conditional sentences mean that we want to talk about the possible future situation and their possible result. And for second conditional sentences, we want to talk about an impossible, unlikely, or imaginary situation and its result. And I think that's all, everyone. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching this video. I apologize for any mistake. I'll see you again in the next video. And goodbye.